Hmm.
Good evening and welcome to yet another wonderful show with Right to Rise here on YouTube and Insta Live for all you viewers. Today we have two power pack, wonderful, amazing speakers, the United Nations Women's Summit awardees, and a lot of love and light. We have Ishu Shiva, who's all the way going to be talking to you about breath, the importance of breathing, and on this auspicious day of mental health, October 10th, 2020, we Right to Rise believe that breath, yoga, meditation, form of living, and also the way we follow our nutrition, our diet, our body, and our mind, it forms the entire sense of our living. We have these two Power Pack girls who are going to be giving you all the wonderful insights they have for an amazing journey down the lane from today to years to come so that you can have much more younger years to come by. So, with all no time to waste, we have Ishu Shiva and Prabhaleen Kaur right with us today. Ishu Shiva is working into breath, counseling, yoga, and meditation. And we have Prabhaleen, who's a wonderful counselor and psychologist, who's going to take us through the effects of body, mind, and how mental health is very important. So, over to the first speaker, Ishu Shiva. Welcome to Right to Rise, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Namaste to all of you. So today is a very auspicious day, right? People have undervalued the mental health, I would say. It's not given that importance. Today is the day to celebrate it. It's a mental health day, so it's a day of happiness to create awareness about it. And I'm going to tell you all about how breath, just a simple thing, how breath can really help you to enhance your mental state and your bodily state. So, what you understand by breath is really important, right? We're going to go into deeper studies about how breath is just not inhaling and exhaling, it's much more and beyond. According to your yogic practices, we come to know that there are three parts of your breathing cycle, your breath, and it's called Buddha, Kumbhak, and Raja. We'll come to that a little bit later with our practices to make it simple for you. Breath is the first thing you take once you're born, and it's the last thing you take when you die. Don't feel. And we say that the mind, you know, owns the senses, um, like senses are, bodily senses are ruled by mind, but breath is the king of the mind. So, if you want to control your mind, learn about breath and its control. Coming
Wonderful.
to a practice, it's called pranayam. Yes, coming to a practice called pranayam, I would want to elaborate on that. Pranayam consists of two words, pran and ayam. Pran means life force energy, and ayam means extension. We're going to learn about pranayam and how to work it to balance the left and your right brain, your body, and how to channelize body, channelize your whole flow in your body. So, when I was speaking about Purak, Kumbhak, and Recheck, Purak means inhalation. So, when you inhale, it's Purak. With the word, you can come to know it's something which is nourishing to your body, completing your body. So, when you inhale, it's called Purak. And when you hold your breath, because what we do normally is inhalation and exhalation, right? What is more important in pranayama practices is to hold your breath. And the second word here is kumbhak. And kumbhaks can be two types. When you inhale, hold your breath, and when you exhale, you hold your breath. That means retention of the breath, right? So kumbhak, after you inhale, this is called purak. When you hold it for some time, few seconds, let's say you hold it, or when you exhale, there is another type of kumbhak. So when you hold it, it's called kumbhak, and exhale is called rechak. When you exhale the whole carbon dioxide, when you empty your lungs, when you empty your body, stomach, everything through breath. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Ishu. We are listening to
Oh,
you and
so
we are
yeah,
also following.
we got her back. We got her back. Okay, so let's practice the Purak, Kumbhak, and Rechak to calm your mind, to compose your mind, to relax your mind. And this is just to get in the vibe of understanding this whole day and our concept, the session that we have brought for you. Uh, all the people who are watching live, I want you to sit straight if you want to benefit the best out of it. Let's sit straight. Yes. Let's sit straight, chest out, and completely in a very comfortable position, right?
Ishu, I think we've lost your voice. You need to just check your side of the recording. I think the mic has just shaken, so your voice is not coming through. We are unable to hear you. Both me and Prabhaleen can't hear you. That's okay. We by the time we are practicing our breath, you'd want to just leave the studio and join back again. We are still here with you. So viewers, continue doing the breathing exercise. As you breathe in, try and sit still. Breathe in, take your entire breath, hold and exhale. Breathe in, one, two, three, four. Hold, one, two, and then exhale for one, two, three, four, and five. So till we get our expert back, we are yet to have Ishu Shivu with us, and she's just going to be with you one more minute. Practice inhaling one more time so that you get her back. Yes, Isha,
I'm
you
back.
want to speak? Absolutely. To join back, and the viewers are with you.
Yes,
Please continue.
yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we were at the breathing technique, right? So we inhale, hold, and exhale. This is a simple circle of one breathing, one round you will say, right? And there are various practices in yoga where you do it with left nostril, which is Chandra Nadi, exhale with the Surya Nadi, inhale with the same. Basic concept of it is to channelize oxygen through your breath into your blood and then to all the parts of your body. And mind is one of them. You know, Have you ever noticed that when you're in different moods, different situation, the one thing that changes rapidly is you're really, really anxious, you'll get a very fast breath. Yeah, you'll be breathing very, very, very fast and your heart will be beating. But when you're calm and composed, just like a baby, you'll be breathing very, very smoothly, deeply, and a very relaxed manner, in a very, very relaxed manner, right? So, can we
Indeed.
say that it's the play of your mind and breath in synchronity with each other to create? So, imagine, I want you all to imagine if you get stuck in a lift, right? It's a box and you're all by yourself and you imagine there's darkness, there's limited oxygen. The one who has a very, very vulnerable mind, he might get very anxious. He might panic. He might all breathe. He might feel like he's just choking off air. He might just breathe it all out and then maybe pass out, maybe faint, right? But in the same place, if you have a very calm and composed mind, if you knew that there is a limited oxygen in this chamber, if you knew, if you give it time and train your mind to slow down your breath, and then you can extend the time within that lift, right? You can extend your time. You can till the time a help comes or something. So you will avoid that panic attack. You'll avoid that anxiety. You will because it happens, right? And life with its situation is just like a stuck lift sometimes. People do not know how to get out of it. But if you know how to master your breath, how to control your breath, how to extend it, you can come out from the hardest situations in life. Hardest situations, really, really hardest situation. You can imagine the worst, but if you had a very calm and composed mind at that time, if you knew how to train, if you knew how to breathe, if you know how to hold your breath and channel it in a certain way, things can get normal because uh, your loss, your situation is the same for the world. They don't notice, but what you're going through is your personal suffering, right? But you can change your own suffering, you can change your mood, you can change your energy just with breath. You can channelize your energy, your blood flow, your mood, everything according to you. I want you to acknowledge the power of choice that you have.
That's
So,
so true. I think I just love that point issue which you brought out, that just love yourself, feel the breath, allow it to go inside you, and it will help you emerge out as a real powerhouse with a proper positive aura. I think that's really working wonders if calm and composed and very beautifully brought out.
thank you. And it really does work. And I have come out myself from the worst situations, sometimes very vulnerable situations where if I did panic, I would be inviting the worst in my life. But if I knew, okay, just give me 10 seconds, I'll be fine. When I learned how to breathe, how to compose, how to control my breath, and come back to the normal breathing, I realized I could decide better, I could take better decisions that I wouldn't in the situation of a very, very panicky situation, right?
Yes,
And it
thank you.
happens with everybody, each and everybody. So, is there anything that you would like to know or talk about?
Yes, we will allow our viewers to actually leave you some questions more about the breath, more about how they can inhale and exhale. And yet we have Prabhaleen ma'am to join us. So let's call Prabhaleen also so that she can share her inputs. And then viewers, you can leave your comments, your questions, all of them in the chat since the YouTube live. The YouTube can be watched now and time again. And any of your questions please leave it in the chat so that I can always send the questions to both Ishu Shiva and Prabhaleen so that they can always get back to you on the same link. You can contact them if you need anything and reach out to them. It would be more than an honor. Right to Rise and me, Mrs. Rena Khatri Tandon, always wants more and more wonderful people to join us in this journey and make this life a beautiful, beautiful one for you and for others. So now, Ishu, we will get in Prabhaleen ji so that even she can come and share her views. So here we have Prabhaleen. Hi, Prabhaleen.
Hello,
And
ma'am.
over to
Hello.
you. I think Ishu has started the wonderful, amazing journey of providing us the amazing breath. Over to you
Indeed.
to give us some tips as a psychologist, as a counselor, on how we need to take care of our body and mind. How do we get our entire system aligned with being de stressed, being decluttered, being beautifully and enabling? So over to you
Okay.
now.
Thank you, ma'am, for having us. And yes, we celebrate 10th October as a mental health day. So here's the thing first to discuss that why do we celebrate? What is the need? Because there are lots of myths, misconception, and stigma related mental health issues. And if we actually focus, if we actually notice the thing, the fact that we all, at some or other phase of life, we do need a counselor or psychologist. But because there is a stigma in a society that holds us back to go to take help of a psychologist. So this is a major reason that why do we celebrate 10th October as Mental Health Day. And thank you so much, Rana ma'am, for having us and to discuss this very important issue because this is the need of an hour. Okay. So and as Ishu mentioned that how body, how the balance, the how the body helps to remain calm, so mind and body goes in parallel lines. So if you are having a good mind, good mental status, you eventually feel good physically. And if you feel fit physically, you are mentally happy. And at the same thing, if you are having mental issues, you feel physical trauma or physical illness, and if you are having physical illness, it also affects the mental issue. So both goes in line. Are connected to each other. So we really need to work both in parallel. Okay. So as you asked, how do we need to remain mentally fit or how to get close to ourselves? And if we, because as we know, as we feel, we have hectic schedules. So for a mental and physical wellness, we need to have number one, self-awareness. We need to know that what we are doing, whatever the environment around us, it is helping us out. Are we completely into it, or are we just with not? Because if you're not physically or mentally present, and somehow you later you'll feel the anxiety, whatever things, the stress, fear, all those terms, when if you're not aware about yourself, you need to know what you are feeling. You need to understand. If you are feeling angry, to be angry. If you are feeling shy, that's fine. Accept yourself. If you love someone, accept that you have that love feeling. And if you are having a heartbreak or if you want to cry, that's fine. Cry. It's over. It's okay. Don't suppress your emotion at all. Learn to, first of all, awareness is very important, then acceptance. Then, yes, I am having the bad day, that is fine. Or if I lack in few things, or if you cannot work on it, if you cannot change it, just accept it. Accept the reality, because when we have that over a kind of thing, that over ambitiousness or something that is not possible in a reality, or something that you cannot do, you cannot perform, it also causes stress or anxiety. So it's not going to help in any way. So you need to accept certain things that are not in your control. So, first of all, you need to have self awareness, who you actually are, what you actually want, how your what kind of environment you have, and what kind of dreams and intentions and what you want in your life. And number two, you need to accept that yes, this is the certain thing, you have to adjust accordingly, or you need to bring changes accordingly. To bring changes means if there are certain things that you can improve. So there the self-improvement thing arises, the concept of self-improvement. So I want to, compile with three of these steps: the self-awareness, then self-acceptance, then self-improvement. The things which can be improved, do work on it, and in a healthy way. Because चलती का नाम जिंदगी. Every day is a new day, and every day we learn new things. So you need to gather the things from the environment every day. Whatever, just keep on learning. Be alert. So be alert, be aware, and accept and important. So, and about why, and if I talk about this, that why do you need to go to a counselor? Because Yuki, at times people say that fine, you somehow change your daily routine, try to change the routine or try something new. This will help you feel better. Certainly, this will help you feel better, but it would be a temporary solution, not a permanent one. Because that thought, that behavior, that feeling, that experience is still there in your mind. By doing, by distracting yourself to other things, you're only suppressing it to your unconscious level. That is that is going to, burst out in a one way or another in future. So that's not gonna help at all. So it is very important to go to a counselor, talk about it, so that we could work on the thoughts, the experience, the feelings, the behavior. It is very important. And I'll end by saying that the same way, if we talk about foreign countries, it is mandatory to go for health checkup once in a 6 months. In the same way, it is very important to go to a counselor at least once in a 6 months. You don't need to, no, don't, there should be no stigma related it. Because it is very important to vent out so that you can channelize yourself, your body. It's very important to start stress every 6 months. It is very important. You don't, the stigma should be over, the myth and misconception should be over. And if I talk about myself, as I am a psychologist, I'll say, even I am a psychologist, I know the things, even I need a counselor if I feel, because I am a human being, I do have emotions, I do have feelings. So I might need it at some way. So it is not that, I want to conclude this that we all need mental counselors. We really need a mental checkup, and physical checkup is very, very important. Thank you.
That's wonderful, Prabhaleen. I think you have really given us the key to all the thoughts that if our body is not clean, if our body does not have the proper thoughts, if our body does not have the right flow of information, then of course the mind will also not have that kind of systems where we have everything together to devise something which is going to make us feel decluttered, de-stressed, and avoid any kind of hindrances like the breath, which is like the heart of our system. The body and the mind forms the entire एक ढांचा बना के रखता है कि अगर ढांचे में कोई भी अगर गलत चीज आ जाती है तो हम उसको नहीं बोल सकते कि भाई स्ट्रेस फ्री रहेंगे. सो हमें बॉडी और माइंड दोनों को ही ब्रेथ के साथ ऐड करके ही आगे चलना है, एंड दैट्स व्हाट यू टू गर्ल्स हैव ब्रॉट आउट. I wish you both great success, and it was wonderful pointers. I have maybe 3 or 4 questions which our viewers want to ask, which before the show we had. One question to Ishu Shiva is that many people say we find it difficult to breathe with eyes closed. Is it necessary that we need to close our eyes and do the breathing exercise? What do you have to say on that?
No, it's not necessary. There's no compulsion.
Okay.
It's only when you feel like going to deeper practices, you can close your eyes. There's no compulsion at all.
Right.
But try
And
to increase your focus. Try to keep your eyes focused on one object, whether it could be a distance one, it could be a close one. That really helps you to focus, bring your focus to one thing instead of being
absolutely,
distracted.
absolutely. I think that that really helps. So sometimes, if you're too carried away with thoughts, my friends, I think it's very important that you are focusing on one particular point. Maybe pick up something in your room where you can keep your focus stagnant on that. Like Ishu said, it really helps because uh, you could be at different stages of your life. We don't know, but we don't want you to get more stressed with that. You can keep your eyes open and yet do your meditation or your thoughts and your focus on breath. The next question to you, Prabhaleen. Uh, the question to you posed by one of our viewers was, uh, does our body react to any kind of ailment only when we don't care about it? Why do we get aches and pains very often? Is it somewhere connected to our stress?
Yes, it is very much connected to the stress. There is something called psychosomatic disorder. And that is if you're having stress, if you're feeling stress, it could be related to your performance at work or your exam. And if you're so much having the stress or you are anxious, it might lead to a physical illness and generally temperature, fever, or something else. Even if you talk about asthma, it is also a kind of stress-induced disorder. Even there's a lot of disorders. Even if you talk about diabetes, or there are a lot of things. These are very interconnected. So yes, if you are not dealing well effectively with the mental disorders, yes, it is gonna affect. And at the same level, if you're not gonna work on your body ailment, the body illness, it is gonna work. It is gonna affect the mental status. So both are very, very interconnected, and it needs to be checked. One needs to take care of your own self, love yourself, accept yourself. Hmm.
Good. So that gives most of the answers to whatever has been asked. Ishu, one question quickly coming to my mind is you spoke about pranayama. So pranayama has been a very key element in my life in my early years. Are there, do you have any number to the number of pranayamas that we follow, or the kind of exercises which pranayama offers? Any kind of exercises which are to be followed only in the morning or only in the evening or during the day? So how many pranayamas are there, and how many? What would you follow in the morning or in the late wee hours?
So, there are eight main types of pranayams, I would say, and pranayam and kriyas are different, which also include breath, heavy breath work. For example, people do get confused with Kapalbhati as one of the king of pranayam, which it's not a pranayam, it's a kriya. It's a cleansing kriya that we say. And so there are major types of pranayams, but however, even one, for example, it's Anulom Vilom, which is alternate nose breathing, can be altered. So people, there are so many new yoga teachers who have their own kind of alteration to it, and it's perfectly fine. In Ayurveda, we say Purusham Purusham Viksham. So each human body is different to one another. So, for example, if I wanted to work on Anulom Vilom, which is mainly about calming your, senses and everything. So, if you want to calm your body and mind, you practice alternate nose breathing and also balancing. So, there's a left side of your body and there's a right side of your body. There's a left side of your brain and right side of your brain. Left nostril lies, both the nadis and the sushumna nadi. So what it does is it balances out, right? But however, if you want to increase one element, for example, if you're very passive and too calm, way too calm, there are pranayams that can really make you active and make you very, very, like kind of, ready to go kind of thing. So for that is the Surya Nadi. So you focus on the right nostril breathing more. But however, sometimes you're just too, energetic, and you're feeling too, you want to calm your energy down, and suppose your body heat is too much, and you want to calm it down, then you use the Chandranadi. So all the other practices that you will come
True.
out
Very
across
true. I think
will
this
be
is very good
alteration.
information. Yeah, yeah. This is really
Yeah,
very good information. Yeah.
yeah. And however, like other pranayams, whether it's a Brahmari and everything, it can be of various kinds, but mainly there are 8 types, and like sub types are like what, in thousands.
Right. Great. Thank you. Prabhaleen, one last question before we wrap up, and thank you both for being here. Uh, the viewers want to know is that when we are dealing with mind and body, sometimes our body contradicts our mind and our mind contradicts our body. Who should we listen to first?
Mind, because
Mind.
whatever you're gonna think, that's how you're gonna work. I'm sorry for the
That's okay.
noise at the background. Huh. So yes, mind is very important because whatever you're gonna think, that's how you're gonna behave. Then you're gonna act. So there are kind of 3 steps. First, you're gonna like have a thought, then you're gonna act. So thought, then you're gonna behave, and then you're gonna act. So yes, first thing is a thought. So mind is the first thing that needs to be altered and taken care of.
Super. So, viewers, first listen to your mind, because your mind will convert that into thoughts, and your thoughts will help you to
Hmm.
get behaviors, and your behaviors will allow you to react. So, kindly
Hmm.
listen to your mind and not to anybody else. Okay, your body will
Yes.
tell you to do 100 things, but don't get boggled by it. Listen to the mind, as Prabhaleen says. Okay, that's good enough. And thank you very much, girls. Your power pack information has really helped our viewers to start off their year with a great mental day and great inputs which you have started on this auspicious day of 10th October. Thank you once more for being here and honoring the platform of Right to Rise. Thank you, Prabhaleen, and thank you, Ishu, Shiva. Both of you were very, very, very kind enough to honor the platform and give your valuable knowledge bites. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you so much.